Hey guys, I'm back with a new video. You can probably tell by the title what this video will be about, and I don't want to talk too much about it though, so let's get right into it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I get into this video, I want to tell you guys that I am born and raised in Germany. So yeah, I basically lived in Germany my whole life. I have never lived in another country. Both of my parents are Eritreans. A lot of people think that Germany is a very racist country. Whenever they think about Germany, they think about Nazi Germany and Hitler and stuff like that. But it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. You always have problems when you look different. And it doesn't matter to which country you go. You can go to America, Canada, Australia. There isn't a perfect country. Whenever I travel, there are people who are very surprised about the fact that I'm black and German. They don't understand that there are black people in Germany. They just assume that you have to be white in order to be German. And the problem is that a lot of Germans think that as well. I always have the problem that some people are just surprised by the fact that I speak accent-free German and that I go to uni here, and yeah, that I just try to live my best life. A lot of them, they don't understand that you can be born here and speak German just like other Germans. They don't get that for some reason. I don't know why. But in this video, I will talk about my experience. I will talk about my childhood, teenage life, school, university, work, and I will give you a short summary about, yeah, racism in Germany. This video is not oh, Germany is so bad, Germany is so this, Germany is so that. I will talk about the good things in Germany and I will talk about the bad things in Germany. Let me talk about the good things first because, you know, everything else will be negative, I think. I don't think that Germany is a racist country or a bad country or something like that. I love Germany, I love living here. I have a lot of opportunities in this country that I wouldn't have in Eritrea, and I am blessed. I'm blessed to live in a first world country. But, you know, some people, and not every German, some, just a few people, they make it really hard for you to enjoy your life here in this country. They hate people with darker skin, they hate people who are Muslims, they hate people who are just basically just not German. They hate everyone who's not German. It's not even a race thing. It's not about like, oh, I hate you because you're black. They just basically, they don't, some people, they just don't like you because you are not German. And the thing with Germans is that most of them, not most of them, let's say a few of them, they don't understand that you can be German and black. They don't understand that. They think that you have to be German, ethnically German, in order to be German. But that's not true. As long as you hold a German citizenship and a German passport, you are German. You have to do what you have to do, for example, like paying taxes and following the law. But as long as you do that, you're German. By law, you are German. And yeah, that's a thing that some people don't understand. And for some people, it's also weird that I speak German fluently and accent-free. I don't know why, but I often get this question, like, when did you learn German? How did you learn it? Blah, 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 blah. And I mean, it's okay if someone asks me this like once or twice in my life. That's alright. But whenever you go to small villages or cities that aren't that big, there are always like people, ignorant people who ask you stuff like that. Okay, so my childhood. Let's start with kindergarten. Kindergarten, or Kindergarten in German, wasn't easy for me. I think every black kid in Germany has the same experience like me. I'm pretty sure about that. Because, you know, the thing with Germany is that there aren't that many black people in this country. So you're oftentimes the only black kid in your class or in your group or whatever you want to call it. So in my kindergarten we had groups and I was the only black kid in my group. I think The kindergarten had like, I can't remember that well, but I think we had like 4 to 5 groups, and in the whole kindergarten there were like 3 black kids, and I knew some of them because they were from my neighborhood, but besides that, I think I was the only black girl. I can only speak about my own experience. For me, growing up black was really hard. It was because everyone around you is white and you don't understand why you are black. For you, it feels like a punishment because you feel like you feel left out, and you feel ugly as well, because like literally everything around you was white. Barbies are white, baby borns are white, your friends are all white, and it's not just the skin color, it's also the hair texture. My hair is curly, their hair was straight, my hair is black, their hair was blonde, brown, or whatever. It's like when I was like 3 to 6, I think, that was a time where I had a hard time to realize or to acknowledge the fact that I'm black. I always ask my mom, oh, why am I black? Why am I black? Why am I black? And for her, of course, I mean, she didn't grow up here. She grew up in Eritrea. Eritrea is a country in East Africa. Everyone in that country is black except maybe 3, 5, 6 people. And for her, she never had that problem, you know? She never felt like out. She never felt racism as a kid. So I felt it. And another problem was that I learned German in kindergarten. So my first language is Tigrinya, which is spoken in Eritrea and Ethiopia. And yeah, I had a beautiful childhood besides the fact that I struggled. I didn't struggle, but for me, I had a hard time accepting the fact that I'm black. Yeah, just everything around me was white. So when I went to elementary school, I was again the only black girl in my class. Yeah, that is when I really noticed that being black comes with, I don't want to say problems, but you know, kids are evil. I was not a sensitive kid. I was a very tough kid, slightly aggressive as well, because I wanted to fight everyone who called me anything. People used to call me chocolate this, chocolate that. Besides that, I had a good time. Kindergarten was also not horrible. It was just, you know, I struggled with a lot of self-hate as a kid. Because I didn't see any representation. I didn't see any other black kids. I didn't have many black friends. The only black friends that I had were family friends. And yeah, in elementary school, I slightly understood that I'm black. I was proud to be Eritrean. I was proud to be black. I became more and more confident in elementary school. But when I went to middle school, that's when I started to realize that some people are delusional, and some people think that racism is not a problem anymore in this country. They think that racism, like a lot of Germans think that racism doesn't exist, and they think that it's from the past, you know, Hitler and stuff, and they don't want to be reminded. They think it's done. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as racism. Sometimes I have conversations with people and they be like, yeah, we don't have racism in here, blah, 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 blah. And the problem is, with a lot of people, they are just ignorant. Like, most people that I spoke to about this are just plain ignorant. They just don't want to, they think, okay, it didn't happen to me, I have never seen it, so it doesn't happen. But people make different experiences, you know? I make other experiences because of my skin color, and because, you know, you can obviously see that I'm not German, you know, at least by blood. You can see that. Other people, they don't make the same experience like me, you know? So they're not black. As long, maybe if they have a black friend, but even then, it's hard for you to make the experience. Like, people look at you a different way, and I feel like black people always know if it's about them or if it's about their skin color. Some people felt very, 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 very comfortable to call me certain words, for example, the N-word, or to call me nigger. Nigger is German, and it's basically just the same like the N-word in English, but a lot of people think it's, you know, it's okay to call a black person that, to call a black person this word. They think it's okay, you know, and don't ask me why they think it's okay. I don't know. If a black person says, I don't like it, then you should stop calling them that, but they don't want to listen. So a lot of people think it's okay to use this word, and whenever I had a problem with that, I went to my teacher, and then they would be like, oh, like she didn't mean it like that, and it's just a word, they hear it in songs and stuff like that. And I was so confused. I just felt violated in my rights, not just my rights as a person. I come to you to tell you, listen, these people are telling me this and that, and you tell me, oh, they didn't mean it like that. How do you know? Like, how do you know they don't mean it like that? You want to think, you hope they don't, but you don't know. You can have the most racist teacher in this whole world, and they would still tell you, oh, he didn't mean it like that. Like, how do you know? How do you know? And that's literally the only problem that I have, or that I have had in Germany. So they play it off. They love to play it off. And there are, of course, a lot of people who acknowledge racism. I'm not saying that everyone in Germany thinks like that. There are a lot of people who fight against it, and who raise their voices, and who try their best to make other people understand that racism is still a problem in this country. But a lot of people, they just don't want to hear it. And that is literally, as I said, it's the only problem that I've ever faced in Germany. But especially in school, people think, like teachers, they think, yeah, that racism doesn't exist. Most of them think it doesn't exist. And that's not just them, not just teachers. A lot of people actually believe that in Germany. Teenage life. How was my teenage life? My teenage life was alright. As I said, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like terrible. I had a very normal teenager life, just like everyone else. I struggled with a lot of self-hate. I basically hated my hair. I flat iron my hair at least once a week. And that's basically it. I don't think I have faced other problems. Another problem in my childhood was that a lot of people made fun of my hair. And yeah, I have curly hair, so a lot of people make fun of it. They call me, in German it's called Buschkopf. It just means like your head looks like a bush, basically, yeah. It looks like a bush, your head looks like a bush, and they call me that. And that made me hate my hair a lot. I really, really hated my hair. So when I was 13, 14, I started to flat iron my hair. I flat ironed my hair at least once a week. And yeah, I suffered from like a lot of like deep self-hate. Another problem that I have dealt with is that from 11 to 15, a lot of people, they ask themselves, especially like only those who have parents from different countries, they don't know how to identify themselves. When I go to Eritrea, they will ask me, where are you from? That's basically, I'm not joking, that's what they ask me. When I go to Eritrea, they ask me, where are you from? And whenever they do that, it breaks my heart, because when I'm in Germany, people ask me, where are you from? When I go to Eritrea, people ask me, where are you from? You don't fit anywhere, ever. You don't fit anywhere. And it just breaks your heart, especially if you just want to be accepted for who you are. So you choose, for example, you say, oh, I'm Eritrean now. And you go to Eritrea and people be like, oh, you're not really Eritrean, you are not born here, you're not this, you're not that. And then you'd be like, okay, then I'm German. Then you go to Germany and people constantly ask you, where are you really, really from? Where are you really, really from? And do you plan to go back? And shit like that. It's just heartbreaking. And that's something that I've dealt with in my teenage years. I've dealt with this a lot. Now it doesn't bother me anymore, and I don't think about it that much, because I just came to the conclusion that I'm both. I'm German and Eritrean. It took me a while to accept this, but it's just how it is. I'm both. I'm Eritrean by blood. I speak the language, but I'm also German, you know. I grew up here. I went to school here. I went to kindergarten here. I was born here. Frankfurt, especially Frankfurt, because I'm from Frankfurt. Frankfurt is like my home. It's my home. It's my hometown. And it took me a while to acknowledge this. And that's why it's still heartbreaking when people don't want to acknowledge the fact that you are German. Another thing that really, 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 really bothers me is that people touch my hair without asking me. So let's say I go grocery shopping and I just mind my business. I walk around, I get my stuff, I want to pay, I stay in the line, I'm just minding my business, and an old woman just comes up to me and touches my hair. That's weird, right? I mean, it is weird. You shouldn't touch someone's hair without asking. I'm not a zoo, I'm not an animal. You cannot just come and touch me, okay? I don't get it. It's not funny. It's not cool. If you are one of those people who touches other people's hair without asking them, please stop it. Stop it. Just don't do it. Please don't do it, okay? Nobody likes that. Nobody wants it. Just think about yourself. Like, do you want people to do that to you? Probably not, right? So don't do it to other people. This is the hardest one. School and uni. I don't know. I just personally, I don't know how it is with other people, but I hate being the only black girl in school, in uni, everywhere. I hate it. People in my uni have asked me the dumbest questions that I have ever heard in my entire life. Like, someone asked me if I can use makeup, if there's makeup for black people. Like, just like, why? First, there's Google. You can Google that, you know? Like, you don't need to ask me that, please. And oh my god, this is the worst one. Some people think it's alright to call you the N-word because they think that's what they heard in songs, you know? And they be like, oh yeah, can I call you this? Or some actually ask you if it's okay. And then, I mean, if they ask you, you can say, no, I don't like it, and you can explain it to them. But some, they don't even ask you. They just say it straight in your face, and they be like, ha ha ha, you are my And I just be like, what did you call me? They don't really know the history of the word. Okay, I wouldn't say that, because most of them, they actually know the history of the word. They actually know why you shouldn't say it. They know it, but they still say it because they think it's okay because they hear it in songs. And I understand it's kind of complicated, and I don't like it when rappers use it or when a rappers say that in their songs. Because, you know, other people, they just want to sing along, and then they'd be like, okay, can I use this word or can I not use this word, and blah 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 blah. And most of them, they didn't, as I said before, there aren't that many black people in Germany, so they don't have black friends who can tell them otherwise. It's even hard, you know, to find a job sometimes. I feel like sometimes they don't even give you a chance. They don't even want to get to know you. They just have this picture in their head about you and what they think about you, and they be like, oh, she's black, she's this and that. Overall summary is, it's a great country to live in. Germany is a beautiful country. You have a lot of opportunities here. There are more pros than cons when it comes to living in Germany. I love Germany. Germany is my home. I love it. I just want to raise awareness. It's not perfect, but which country is perfect though? So that's it. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a nice day. Bye bye.